Welcome board members and guests to our South Placer Regional Transportation Authority meeting. Today is Wednesday, December 4th. Board action items will be roll call votes. And when we get, I'll mention public comment when we get to public comment. But we're going to begin the day with a flag salute by Ken Broadway. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. So now I will comment on public comment. After I open an item for public comment, those joining us by Zoom webinar can signal they wish to speak by clicking the raise hand button located on the bottom middle portion of the Zoom webinar window. If you are joining over the phone, you can press *9. SPRTA staff will call out individuals one by one who have indicated they wish to speak. If you experience technical difficulties and are unable to provide public comment during this meeting, please email your comment to solvisable at ssabol@pctpa.net. Okay, roll call, please.
Broadway.
Here.
Howdeshelt. Doesn't look like he's here. Joyner.
Here.
Jones.
Here. Okay.
We have a quorum.
Moving on to approval of the minutes from August 28th, 2024.
So moved. Second.
Okay, motion by Joyner, second by Broadway. I've got all of my different names here to remember.
And without Mayor Howdeshelt, we do not need a roll call vote.
Okay.
So we're good.
All
We're
those
good. No more roll call.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Great. Agenda review.
Madam Chair, the agenda remains unchanged. No action required.
Wonderful. Okay. Moving on to AB 2449.
No action necessary for AB 2449.
Okay. We're moving on to public comment. Persons may address the board on items not on this agenda. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes per person. Is there anyone out there? Please come forward and speak. No one online? All right, thank you. All right, moving on to item H, authorize the negotiation and execution of amendments to temporary construction easements for the Highway 49 sidewalk gap closure project.
I'm sorry, we need item G, the consent calendar.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did skip the consent calendar. Okay. Do I have a motion on the consent calendar? These items are expected to be routine and non-controversial. They will be acted upon by the board at one time without question. Any board member, staff member, or interested citizen may request an item be removed from the consent calendar for discussion. Anybody?
I don't want to remove anything. Nope.
Okay, anyone? No one online. All right, then do I have a motion?
Move approval. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Okay, now we're ready to go to H. And I just mentioned it, and Mr. Carter's going to take over.
Good morning, board. So got a little brief bit of background I'll go through pretty quick. Just as a reminder, the project constructs sidewalk improvements on Highway 49 between Fulweiler and Dry Creek. Most of it's in the unincorporated county, a little bit in Auburn. Next slide. So PCTPA formation documents omit authority to acquire right-of-way. So we use SPRTA for that purpose. So that's why this item is in front of SPRTA. I will remind everyone that despite we're using SPRTA, there are no SPRTA funds on this project. And a reminder, we came in August 22 and we got authority to for budget and to acquire right-of-way for 43 parcels. Back in March, we provided some information on the work that had been done and the actual costs and all that that had occurred. Next slide. In terms of the project, we put it out to bid in January. They were opened in March. There were 2 bids. If you recall, both those bids had to be rejected for technical reasons because it's a Caltrans project. They had new standards. We had to revise the plans for the standard, put it back out to bid. So we bid it in July again, opened in September. We got 8 bids. 3 of those are under budget, which we were happy about. Unfortunately, the number 2 bidder has filed a bid protest against the number 1 bidder, and Caltrans is in the midst of reviewing that So we're at about 10 weeks. We're bugging them weekly on resolve this, resolve this, resolve this. But they're, they're going through their legal review, taking their time. So I don't have a hard date on when that's going to be awarded. Normal kind of contract provisions that would start within 60 days of award, sort of weather permitting, because we're getting into the time of the year that it may just get delayed till spring, depending on what the contractor wants to do. So that's kind of background, kind of where we're sitting. Next slide, please. So all these delays have basically necessitated a need to do extensions on the temporary construction easements. We identified 22 parcels that some of those were certain, some of those may not need extensions depending on sort of how quickly things start. So we are requesting approval today for budget for all of those. We may not end up needing extensions on all of those, but we do know we need them for most of them. Those extensions between 6 months and 18 months, kind of depending on when the original ones are signed and where the work is and that sort of thing. So we are asking for a total budget of $38,000 for all 22 of those parcels, and the parcels are listed in attachment 1. Last slide. So, staff recommendation is authorization for the executive director to negotiate and execute amendments for those 22 temporary construction easements, as noted in the attachment, for a total amount not to exceed $38,000. I will just sort of throw into this that the right-of-way staff have been speaking with the property owners. They have, at this point, about 14, 15 of them that are all in agreement. Some of those have signed documents that Matt will sign the other half, after board action. So they're well along kind of in this process. There's a few of them that need basically what's a waiver document approved by Caltrans, so that's in process. But most of this is just about done. So with that, I'm happy to answer any questions you may have on this.
Okay, any questions?
Just to confirm, the monies are already available. So this
Correct.
is-
The monies were previously budgeted. I didn't sort of mention it, but originally we had asked for approval for 43 parcels with some design revisions. We ended up with, I believe it's 34 parcels that we actually needed acquisitions from. So there's adequate right-of-way budget to cover this cost. It's already been approved.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Okay, seeing no more questions, anyone in the public have any comments, questions? Anyone online? Okay, bring it back to the board for action.
So I'll move approval.
Second.
Motion by Broadway, second by Joyner. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Okay, so, wow, selection of chair and vice chair for 2025 already.
Thank you. So again, just like with PCTPA, it's that time of year again, and in accordance, a rotation schedule was adopted in February of 2008. And in accordance with that, we need to take action to designate the board member representing the county as our chair for 2025, and the board member representing the city of Lincoln as vice chair. So that is the action we are requesting of the board.
Move
Okay.
approval.
I will
You
second.
want to go to the public, don't you?
Yeah, anyone in the public have comments, anyone online?
Now I'll move approval.
And I will second the
Okay.
motion.
Motion by Joyner, second by Broadway. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, motion passes. Okay, well, thank you, I guess. Executive Director's report.
Get used to that chair for next year, right? So, no, Madam Chair, nothing in addition for the good of the order.
Okay, board direction to the staff. Again, my direction to the staff is have happy holidays and enjoy your whatever time your mean old boss gives you off. Anybody else? Any comments? No? Okay. Then I guess besides informational items, if there's nothing more to come before this board, we stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.